So these things actually make me more money on sites like Airbnb, VRBO, and Furnish Finder. Okay, I'm gonna go over, some of these are like softwares, and then others are, actual items inside of your short-term rental that can make you more money. Okay, and what I mean by that is you're either gonna be able to charge more per day, okay, or get people to stay longer with these 6 items. Let's get into it, guys. Now, first of all, I'm your boy, Sawan Belcher. I'm a full-time real estate investor, and I want to thank today's sponsor, which is Faith and Figures. They're a young male's clothing brand, okay, that allows you to be an entrepreneur and have faith while you're into it. So I'm going to put down the link below so that way you can check out some of their gear. Now, today, I wanted to talk about how we can make more money with Airbnb, okay? Whenever we have a portfolio of houses, over time, the management piece is going to weigh out more than actually buying more units or picking up more units. The how do I make more off of what I have is going to be a question that comes up, it should come up often. So that way you can always look at your expenses and look at your income to see how you can increase your NOI, your net operating income. Okay. Now, if you're running the short-term business, there's a lot of different key factors that come into play to help you maximize your money. Okay. Pricing on your, on the websites, which websites you actually have your product on, pictures and things like that. I honestly feel like because of a few certain things, I'm making more money. Okay. Now, the first one is IGMS. I forget what what the initials stand for, but it's essentially like a CRM. So when I place my ad on Airbnb and then I place it on VRBO, I don't have to log into Airbnb to make an edit or send a message. I don't have to go into VRBO to do the same. I can go to one place, which is my CRM, IGMS, and I can send messages right there on their dashboard, and it can go to multiple people at one time. What I really love about it is the automated messages that it does for me. So like one thing that takes up a lot of time in your managing is somebody ask you a question, or if they can get a pre-approval to book their stay, you can set up automatic messages right through the CRM. So that way when somebody says, hey, is this time available, the system can recognize that and they can send an automatic reply and say, yes, you're approved to stay here. How long are you going to be staying? And that will help decrease your time in the business, right? But also make you more efficient because you can set the time. So I like that as well. So you can set the time whether it was instant, sent out in 2 minutes, or sent out an hour later. So that way it kind of has more like a realistic appeal to it. So I have like an inquiry messages, a confirmed message that goes out. I have a message that goes out on the day before they check in that has like Wi-Fi information and check-in instructions. And then I have like a day of checkout that has checkout instructions. I love IGMS. On top of just having all of your stuff there, you do have access to pricing tools. Now, I know Airbnb and VRBO, they have their own kind of pricing tools now, but let's be honest, they're not, their business is not pricing, okay? Their business is to get new customers for you. So I like to use this tool called Beyond Pricing. Essentially every day they're shopping for me, right? They're checking hotel rates, they're checking our competition on Airbnb and seeing what they're charging and fluctuating our prices every day to maximize how much money we make. Okay, let me give an example. Before I got the tool, somebody had booked 4 months in advance for Furniture Market. So Furniture Market in this area is the hottest time. Like, the O. Henry is booked out for 2 years just during the Furniture Market days, right? Like all of the hotels in like a 30-mile radius are booked out for Furniture Market. It's a huge event here in town. And of course, because of that demand, prices are higher than they normally are. And if it's just like a regular day in Greensboro, this right here should be renting for $199 a night. But I had my pricing at $98 a night because I didn't have a software tool at the time. So somebody jumped in there, they did an instant book on Airbnb and they paid me half of what I should have got paid. But if I would have had the pricing tool at that time, it would have automatically done it for me. Okay, I love Beyond Pricing. I think they only charge, I forget how it is, but they only charge you based off of how much more money they make you. Okay, so go check that out. I'll leave the link below. The next one is the August lock. Okay, so the August lock is a smart lock, but it's not like every lock. So sometimes, there's like a front smart keypad and then like a back smart kind of button thing. This is not like that. August only goes on the inside of the house. Okay, it's like this little black turny knob. It's really sleek, really professional, looks awesome, but it's a smart lock. And what Airbnb allows you to do is connect the August app to Airbnb. So somebody, books your stay, their stay comes up, August will send them a message automatically and says, hey, download the app to check into your Airbnb. They'll log into the app and once they get here, they can use their phone to open up the lock. Now, I say I get paid more for that because the check-in process, people getting into the apartment is like their first, it's like their first perception of the stay. If they're able to get in easily, instantly, they're gonna feel better about your stay. That's going to want them to, extend their stay. That's gonna make them wanna come back. It's gonna make them wanna leave a great review, and all those things lead up to you getting paid more money with short-term rentals. Okay, I love the August lock. Definitely check them out. I love the integration, how they'll sync. Because literally, once they check out, they'll deactivate their code automatically without me having to do it, right? And automation, that's what we're trying to do. And for the next person, it'll send them a new code. I love it. It looks good. Now the next one is this is like an essential. So my first 3-bedroom, 2-bath Airbnb that I arbitraged, I didn't have a washer and dryer in it. Now what I noticed is when you don't have a washer and dryer, okay, you tend to get people who stay for 1 or 2 or 3 days. Why? Because you don't have a washer and dryer. How can the people that need to come in town, like nurses or agents who are here for multiple claims, or refugees who are here to get their citizenship, or truck drivers who are here, work in the area for 3 months, how can they book your stay for 3 months if you don't have a washer and dryer so they can stay here long term? Okay. Now a washer and dryer simply just helps you get longer stays. Okay. Period. Another thing that can help you get longer stays is upping your cleaning fee. So my boy JT Hustles, you guys follow him. I'll put his channel down below. His cleaning fee was $32 for a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. And I'm like, bruh, stop playing, man. $32 cleaning fee. So he hiked it up to $200, and instantly, like within that week, instead of getting a weekend like he had been getting, he got a 3-week stay. Okay, so hike that cleaning fee up. And of course, people can justify a $200 or $150 cleaning fee if they stayed there for 3 weeks versus if they stayed there for 3 days. All right, now the next thing is theming out your apartment. Okay, what I mean is come up with a natural like decorating theme because the pictures have to look good. Okay, people are making their decision off of booking you just by seeing the title, of your short-term rental, your description, and more importantly, your pictures. If they don't get past the pictures, they'll never get to your description. Okay, so you have to make sure you have some kind of theme. So with this one, I went straight in as I'm gonna go boho, right? I need a lot of plants. I need like a brown, black and white kind of feel, just kind of a free flowing feel. Okay, that's why I got like the beanbag chairs. That's why I got a bunch of pillows with the rough on them. It's just really free flow. It feels that way. With my other short-term rental, I picked out like A&T colors, North Carolina A&T Aggie Pride. With another one I did Winston-Salem State. And the next one now I'm doing like this kind of royal, I'm calling it the man cave. And it's gonna kind of be like this black and gold field, everything black and gold. But you need to have some kind of theme to it so that way it all comes together. It's not like you just picked out a bunch of different stuff. It all comes together and it looks really good in pictures. And speaking of pictures, okay, the last thing is in order to get more stays, the best stays for more per night, okay, is to have professional quality pictures. Okay, find somebody in your area. I use Lighthouse Visuals, and they're like a franchise kind of thing, so you can see if they're in your area. But I use Lighthouse Visuals, and they literally have this like 360 camera that can take a picture of the whole room. So if someone wanted to walk through the house, they could. And just the photos are crispy. I'll see if my guy can put up some pictures of this one. The photos are just crispy, so it looks like you're professional. Like, this is what I do for a living. This is not a hobby. You know, I want you to book for me. I invested money for you to see this and like it. Now you're liking it, book. So speaking of that, go ahead and press the subscribe button, press the like button if you got all the way this far. And let me help you guys get into short-term rentals. Short-term rentals is a great way to have, cash flow, more cash flow than your long-term rental, literally 3x. So that way you guys can buy property, hold property, and make consistent cash flow doing it, so you can become the full-time real estate investor that you want to be. All right, you guys have an amazing day. Look forward to seeing you on the next one. Peace.